If you are selling your home right now or thinking of doing so soon, you should know that today's housing market is unlike anything we've ever seen or experienced lately, maybe ever. Welcome back to the channel. My name is Blake Alewelt with the Bravo Ridge Group at eXp Realty. And in this video is part 1 in a series of short videos introducing a complete guide to selling your home for the most amount of money. Let's dive in. Just a few years ago, home sellers might have waited weeks or months to get an offer that might not be as high as they'd hoped. Buyers may have lowballed or driven hard bargain, asking sellers to make certain repairs or other concessions before ever closing the deal. But the past couple of years have changed so much of our lives, and real estate is certainly no exception. During the height of 2020, Americans started moving, many freed from the constraints of a daily commute to the office. This fueled a home buying rush, with properties in many areas of the country getting snapped up fast, sometimes days before going on the market. Buyers got wrapped up in bidding wars, often offering more than the asking price and often waiving inspections and other demands to sweeten their position. In general, this was all good news for home sellers in the market at that time, but now the game has changed once again. This means that it's more important than ever to understand the state of the housing market and play your cards carefully to fetch the best offer and terms for you. And if you're thinking of selling your home, here's what you need to know about the real estate landscape today. We've all been through a hopefully once-in-a-lifetime experience that dramatically changed the way we lived, worked, and went about our daily lives, says Realtor.com chief economist Danielle Hill. She continued by saying, even as we move forward and get back to the living the way we used to, it's likely that these experiences will stick with us and shape the way we make decisions for years into the future. For one, not being able to leave the home made many people realize that their current living spaces just aren't working for them anymore. One of the major motivations of many home buyers, including myself, is the desire to have a larger, more functional home. Now, this is particularly true for people who started working remotely, who, after cramming our desks into dining rooms and other corners of our homes, are now ready to upgrade to a bigger house so we can work at home with more privacy and comfort. And since remote workers may no longer need to commute to the office often or at all, many are now house hunting in areas that they hadn't previously considered. This is why our local market in Iowa is still as hot, because people are working for bigger corporations earning higher pay and now looking to move here where the cost of living is much less. This is good news for home sellers because home prices are remaining elevated, which many of us thought would surely fall. As you can see from this graph on the median estimated property value of Des Moines, this has pushed homeowner equity to record high levels. The increase in housing prices lets us know that in an emergency situation where we have to relist your home shortly after purchase, we may not have to bring money to the table to sell. However, this highly beneficial market for sellers comes with a big caveat if selling means you'll need to buy a new home yourself. Sellers searching for the next home will face those same high prices plus high rising mortgage rates, which brings us to our next topic. Mortgage rates have now more than doubled over the past few years, from 3% to 7%. This means many more home buyers are struggling to borrow the money necessary to even afford a home. As a result, demand has cooled. In fact, many homeowners who locked in a low interest rate mortgage years earlier are deciding to stay put rather than sell and then buy a new house at a higher rate. Still, there are some of us, due to circumstances in our lives, that have to sell in this market, which can actually be a good thing because, as you'll see from my market update videos, it's still a seller's market. And there are many ways to define a seller's market, but a few key hallmarks are limited availability for homes for sale, fast selling homes, and rising home prices, all of which are true here in our local market. Even compared to when homes were selling at record speed and at record prices, and while rising interest rates have cooled demand, sellers still have the advantage. You would think mortgage rates are taking a bite out of buyer demand, and most buyers are looking for a new home because it's the right time for them, not because of market conditions. They're getting married, growing a family or planning to do so, and or relocating for their new job opportunities. For example, just the other day, we had a buyer for a property lose an offer that was over asking price on a home that had 7 other offers. And the same wisdom applies to deciding whether to sell your house. Even though market conditions are in your favor, you should make sure it's the right time to sell your house for you. Weigh your own personal circumstances, including any current or upcoming life changes, such as a new job, retirement, or the arrival or departure of family members within the home. And that wraps up part 1 of the complete guide to selling your home. Hit the like and subscribe buttons down below so you are notified when part 2 of the series is released. And in the meantime, please don't hesitate to reach out if you have any questions. I look forward to hearing from you.